All right, a little later than I wanted it to be. You can see that I have arrived. I have my sign, and right over there is the meeting, what do they call that? A convention center there over on Jasper. I'm in the parking lot. I finally found parking. Took me forever. I'm gonna go over and hang out with my sign. Talk to you again soon.
Hello, welcome. Paul George from the New Telegraph, my blog, TNT, and also administrator for the Slave Lake and Area Community Political Discussion Community, where we have approximately 350 members from the region surrounding the lesser Slave Lake. And just to follow up after Friday's event, where we had planned a demonstration in front of the convention center located on the 9700 block of Jasper Avenue. There were 1,500, 1.5K individuals indicating their interest in the event. There were 108 registered as going, and in the final analysis, one showed up. That was me. And some of you may have seen a few of my Facebook live streams. I posted several, but somehow Facebook seemed to have lost my two most important ones, which was an interview by an individual who showed up to the event, who is a vlogger. Dallas was his name, and unfortunately, that one seemed to be lost in being uploaded. The other was a small summary or two that I had done live at the event. But not to worry. I'm not suggesting that Facebook is censoring the conservative content. That to me, that's still a little crazy. I legitimately think there was some kind of hiccup. Maybe the video was too long. At any rate, I made a point of mental note. I had a busy weekend, but I knew that come Monday I wanted to do a recap because I think some interesting things for myself came up. Just being involved in this event. I could have been doing other things, you know. Got up nice and early, 4 a.m., left Slave Lake Friday on some greasy roads to make sure that I was there on the premises in time to meet with, I thought, a whole bunch of people. I'm as excited, very excited to see lots of people come out and support it. I know it was on a Friday. It was miserable kind of roads maybe for some to drive. And on top of that, it was early and it was downtown. And all of that worked against maybe people getting out to get there. But I think it was still a very excellent exercise anyways. I had a chance to speak up, and I really thoroughly enjoyed going. I know that some of my associates and colleagues, they couldn't get time off from work. I'm very blessed to have a gracious employer who understands some of my passions and lets me get involved in the community and political events and Christian ministry too. So I'm very, very appreciative for that. But having said all that, I want to get to my point. My recap was that we had a title when, you know, because myself and three other individuals sponsored the event, and some of us are, you know, at least two of us, half of us were admins from the Slave Lake and area political discussion community. And when the title was tossed out there, it's time to show Alberta strength. I wasn't sure what to think of it, but I let it sit on me. I thought it was okay. And the subtitle was A Referendum on Western Alienation. That part I wasn't sure about either until the event, until Friday, and I realized that was a great name. You know, so many people are criticizing Mr. Kenney. They're calling for a referendum on separation now. And the irony is, I don't think we need a referendum. I think we just had a referendum, the federal election. Not a single Liberal seat in all of Saskatchewan and one in Alberta. Tremendous wave of blue in BC. I'm pretty sure Canada has spoken. The majority of Canadians have spoken. They're not happy with federation. They're not happy with the rampant run to the left that our leadership is showing. And we need to do some things. Our landlocked resources in Alberta, Vivian Krause and some of the other events that have come to light, some of the other initiatives that have come to light that are here to stop us from exploring and bringing our own resources, accessing and bringing our own our resources to market. It's very clear that the West is feeling alienated, and it's very clear that the East and the Laurentian elites don't care. Not only do they not care, they don't think that we can do anything about it. So I think that the Friday's event, if it's just one guy going downtown and standing there with a sign, to me, it speaks volumes. I think that it made a difference. I was able to shake hands with many regional municipality directors from all over the province of Alberta who were thankful that I was there, who appreciated somebody getting out in the cold and doing something. And I think that mattered. But more than that, I've had some great conversations with some great people as a result. And one of the things that jumps out immediately at me that I really want to share with you today in this little video, and I'll try not to make it too long because I have some other work to do, always busy, and I know you're busy, but I want to point out a couple of things. You're always hearing Mr. Kenney criticized for being a staunch Federalist. I don't think Mr. Kenney's any more staunch of a Federalist than myself or any other individual, maybe you that's watching right now, who just cares about their great nation of Canada. Yeah, we have some things that are wrong, but we have a lot of things that are right. Nobody wants to throw the baby out with the bathwater. But the irony is, if Mr. Kenney were a staunch separatist, if he were an avid separatist today, he'd still have to fix pension. You'd need a provincial pension plan. You'd need a taxation base. You'd need police force. You'd need to set up your infrastructure and put your house together and get it right before one step headed towards the door on separation. And the beautiful thing is, Mr. Kenney is hard at work to perform those actions, looking into how to do it. And doing it. It's going to take a bit of time, and it's very expensive. It's going to take money, and it's going to take time to make that happen. And I think it's ironic that he's accused of dragging his feet on separating when he's doing all of the precursors and getting that done in the meantime. Now we have a current deal on equalization that matures and fulfills. I think it's 2021, maybe it's 2022, somewhere in the very near future. Mr. Kenney has been listening to Albertans. He knows we're angry. He knows we're frustrated. He knows we're upset. And he's not going to sign another deal that isn't perfectly fair for Albertans. I am 100% confident of that. But there's a lot of work that has to be done either way. And I'm glad to see that it's happening. And I want to encourage you, like myself maybe, to be a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Cautiously optimistic that the right things are going to happen in the right time, and we're going to get out of this mess. It bodes very well for the future. Another very clear point is that the United Conservative Party's AGM transpires at the end of this month, and I know I'm involved with my local constituency. I'll be going as a director, casting a vote with my fellow United Conservative Party members, and I'm looking forward to that. And I think we'll know more. We'll definitely know more about the way forward after that event. So I do want to encourage people. I made a couple of signs. If anyone saw my Facebook, I like this one. Love Alberta. Love Alberta. Oil and gas. Very Canadian. Keep calm. Love Canada, eh? I don't know. My little boy, he's 9, and he helped me to make those on Friday or Thursday before I went to the event. Now, this was the other one I was sporting when I was out on Jasper, and I like it too. I love Canada. Alberta fuels Canada. Thank you, Wyatt. It's my friend from over at the Post Millennial, one of the columnists. Great idea. Mr. Kenney, we got your back. We are with you. A new deal for our federation. I love Alberta oil and gas. Okay. So my artwork is subjective, to say the least. Maybe not the best work that I've done graphics wise, etc. But I think it makes a point. And the best way forward is to be calm, keep calm, keep calm. People that care and that love this community are hard at work, making it better. The nation, not just the community, but the nation. Now, my last point today is that we worked exceptionally hard as a team, whether it's, was our campaign to get Mr. Wren elected MLA and displace the NDP, Daniel Larrabee, whether it was getting to know Mr. Kenney before before any of these in the last 5 years, any of this half decades events transpired, seeing him come from Ontario, seeing him come home to Alberta, seeing him work to unite the right, and then bid for leadership of that united party, and then take that united party, form a new party that was capable of defeating the NDP in the provincial election back in the spring. And those of us that were hitting the streets, that were putting up signs, that were organizing events or fundraisers, dinners, setting up, meeting the media, getting out there and just supporting. We didn't elect Mr. Kenney just to give up on him in the toughest part of this run. We didn't get him elected, work hard to get him elected, to not back him up. What I want to have happen is when Mr. Kenney goes to Ontario and he represents us in Ottawa and he speaks, the East should hear our voice, needs to hear Alberta's voice. And we need to get his back. At least see what he's going to do. If the best you can muster is a wait and see policy, then at least see what's going to happen after this completed equalization deal. And let's see what happens after, we become autonomous. Once our core infrastructure finds our autonomy, that's going to be spectacular. Could you imagine the East looking for a new deal on transfer payments and equalization? And we're already autonomous. Mr. Kenney will be able to stand toe to toe with Mr. Trudeau and tell him that we don't need you. We don't have to be here. We're set up. We could leave. So if we don't get the kind of deal that we need, maybe that would be the next step. It breaks my heart to even think about it. But long before there's a we exit strategy that has to have to pull the trigger on the we exiting strategy, I think what we need to do is go the distance with Mr. Kenney. He's a brilliant guy. I listened to Doug Schweitzer. I'm a lawyer, and I'm telling you it's not possible to close off the legacy parties of the Progressive Conservative and the Wild Rose, and then unite a new party, format a new party, and then get it ready in time for the election. And bless you, Doug. You're a great guy, and I'm sorry I didn't vote for you for leadership. No, I'm not sorry. I just mean personally because you're such a great guy. You're young and techie, and I love that about you. But you were wrong. Mr. Kenney showed Mr. Jean, Mr. Starkey, Mr. Schweitzer, all of us who were there at those meetings, that it could be done. He could do the things that they were all saying couldn't be done. And I think he's got a few more tricks up his sleeve. He's got a great staff, great group of individuals that are working together that form the United Conservative Party. Alberta is full of great people, and we just need to get behind our leaders and back them up and see this thing through. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. It was scary being the only one on Friday, going downtown, feeling a little sheepish, a little silly, like a madman with his placards out on downtown in the street where everybody else is just trying to get their work done. They're trying to get that busy regional municipalities AGM off. Everybody had expectations and hopes, and I'm sure everybody wanted to get home for the weekend. But I'm not sorry that I went. I'm very, very happy that I went. I feel good about doing what I did, and I'll do it again. And there's going to be lots more activities to be done in the days ahead. And I'm looking forward, hopefully, to inspiring a few more people to lock hands, to join together, and to back up this party and to back up this action in the days ahead. So thank you for taking a little extra time, letting me wrap up, letting me follow up with this video, for all the little missed nuggets that I think I wanted to bring out, that I had on Friday, but lost it somehow. So now I have my own video for it. Thanks again. I'm Paul George. I'm with the New Telegraph. That's my blog, TNT, and it can be located at newsworthynote.com, which is NEWS, newsworthy, WORTHY, note, NOTE.com. Come drop by. There's some more writers that are contributing to that publication as the days grow and activities happen. I think you'll enjoy it. Think about subscribing, and I'm out.
All right, here I am. Looks like the police are here already. I doubt that they're here for us, but I am out on Jasper, and this is the Edmonton Convention Center. So we'll see what happens.
I love oil and gas.
Thank you, thank you. Love the oil and gas. Yes, love the industry. Love the people. Here we go. Morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Just let them know what you think.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Peacefully, nicely. Seems I'm the only one around, but maybe it's early. It's 9:30, and there is nobody here at all. Good. How about yourself? Municipalities?
Yeah, I'm with County Northern Lights.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So you're by us. I'm Slave Lake.
Oh, okay.
I'm on Facebook Live. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. How's it going in there?
Well, the minister's just coming out, so we're going to see what they have to say.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to the AGM at the end of the month in Calgary, and I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say. That's kind of why we're out here today. There's a little community of us.
Are you part of the Wexit?
Not Wexit, but we're with It's Time to Show Alberta Your Strength. If you've seen it on Facebook, we have about 1,500 interested. I'm kind of wishing Wexit's a last, solution. Like it's not now. We just had a referendum, one Liberal Party seat in all of Alberta and Saskatchewan, so I think the people have spoken, but we worked hard to get Mr. Kenney elected, real hard, and let's see what he does. I mean, I believe in him. I think he's going to be good for us. So.
I'm sure you're aware the farming community is in really rough shape now.
Yes.
It's a disastrous year. Very little in the media about it though.
Yeah. Always.
Everybody,
it always is.
Everybody that needs should be concerned about what's going on with our farming situation. So I want to see today if they're, what the government if they have plans to help out the farmers.
Fantastic.
So anyway, well, good luck.
Thank you, Brent. Take care. Awesome. Yeah, the farmers always get the bottom of the barrel.
Good morning.
Morning. Well, the police left, so obviously they weren't here for us. We'll see what happens as the morning goes on. Here with my son. Come on down. I'll check in a little later. I don't think there's much more to see. Like I say, there's like nobody. Edmonton is industrious and, well, not as industrious maybe as it could be, but it's going. Morning. Morning. If I get in the way, just let me know and I'll move out of the way. I'm on Facebook Live, just so you know. I'm just here to support Mr. Kenney and let everyone know that we're behind him as he looks for a solution for equalization, and you know, we're not Wexit. Morning. Good. Rebuilding or refacing or adding or?
What's that?
Adding or refacing or?
We're replacing the
Morning.
glass.
Oh, awesome. Morning. Keep calm. Love Canada. Morning. You with the municipalities?
Yes, I am.
Going good?
So far, so good. Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent.
Serial forum up next. It'll be interesting.
What region are you from?
Yellowhead County.
Oh, where?
Yellowhead County.
Oh, Yellowhead County. All right. I'm from Slave Lake, so awesome. I'll check in a little bit later. All right. So security has now come and asked me to remain on the sidewalk, which is good. And the security officer right there has now taken my picture, which is good, which is fine. It's all cool. They're worried that we're Wexit. Not here to cause a disturbance, just here to let them know our resolve is real. You know, I was really thinking about the title. It's time to show the strength of the West. And I think it's appropriate. We've named this thing a referendum on Western alienation. And I think that's appropriate too, because we just had a referendum. And all of Alberta and Saskatchewan have spoken. And we say, what's our strength? Well, our strength is in our resolve. It's our resolve to see a fair deal in referendum, not in equalization, in the Confederation. So hopefully we're not at a place where we have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Still hope for this country, for this federation, and that's what we're out here doing. Trying to show the strength. Oh, is that Pat Wren? No, that's not Pat. No, it's not. Looks like Pat, but it's not. So we'll get out, show our sign some more. Morning, folks. Well, there was 1.5 thousand people who said they were interested in coming to this, and about 110 people who confirmed, 108 people who confirmed. Hopefully some of them will show up. We'll see. Check in a bit later.